In this video, you will learn how to solve this polynomial equation using the basic polynomial formula. Don't forget to give this video a like. Also, kindly subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics solution. Now, if you look at this video, this question very well, you'll come to see that the question is typical of a polynomial equation because it has a power of 3. Now, how do we solve this? Let's get into it. To solve this equation, we are going to subtract both sides from minus y squared minus 5y squared from both sides and minus 4 from both sides. So if we do subtract those values from both sides, we'll have y to the power of 3 minus 5y squared to be equal to 5y squared minus 5y squared minus 4. And if you do that, this other end will give us negative 4, and this end will give us y to the power of 3 minus 5y squared. Now, having done this, we are going to add 4 to both sides. If we add 4 to both sides, we'll have y to the power of 3. You know, the reason why we are adding 4 to both sides is to make sure that we have the right hand side to be equal to 0. So the only way we can do that is to add 4 to both sides. So we have minus 5y squared plus 4, and this will be equal to negative 4 plus 0 plus 4, and this is going to give us 0. Good. And then we'll have our y to the power of 3 minus 5y squared plus 4, and this will be equal to 0. So that has given us what we call a polynomial equation. Now, what do we do from here? Having gotten this polynomial equation, we are going to solve, as I told you earlier on, using the basic polynomial formula. So the first thing we are going to do is to test the value for the value of y that will make this whole polynomial equation to be equal to 0. We are going to test the value of y that will make this whole polynomial equation to be equal to 0. Now, let's test for the value of y equal to 1. If we test for the value of y equal to 1, we'll have 1 to the power of 3, right, minus 5 multiplied by 1 to the power of 2 plus 4. Now, will this give us 0? Let's see. 1 to the power of 3 will give us 1 minus 5 to the power of 2. 1 to the power of 2 is 1 times 5 will give us negative 5 plus 4. Now, if you simplify this, what is it going to give us? It's going to give us negative 4 plus 4. And a negative 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. So what does that tell us? That tells you that y equal to 1, which is invariably y equal to 1, which can also be y minus 1 equal to 0. If you subtract 1 from both sides from this expression, it's going to give us this linear function. So the value of y equal to 1 simply satisfies that polynomial equation and is the first solution to that polynomial equation. Now, how do we get the second solution? Now, to get the second solution, we are going to divide the main polynomial equation by this linear function we've gotten as the first solution to that polynomial equation. If we do that, we'll get the value of the second function. So what we are going to do, we are going to divide the polynomial equation by y minus 1. And what is that polynomial equation? Y to the power of 3 minus 5y squared minus 4 equal to 0. So we'll have y to the power of 3 minus 5y squared, right, plus 4. So if we divide this, we are going to have a quadratic equation that will give us the solution of that the next two solution of that polynomial equation. So y divided by 3, y to the power of 3 divided by y is going to give us y to the power of 2, right? So y to the power of 2 multiplied by y is going to give us y to the power of 3, right? And y to the power of 2 multiplied by negative 1 is going to give us negative y to the power of what? 2. So what do we do here? We're going to subtract. If you subtract, y to the power of 3 minus y to the power of 3 is going to give us 0. So minus 5y squared minus y squared is going to give us what? We're going to have minus 5y squared plus y squared, right? And that will give us negative 4y squared, right? Good. And then we'll bring down plus 4. So negative 4y squared divided by y squared is going to give us a negative 4y. So we're going to take this negative 4y and multiply it by this whole thing. So negative 4y multiplied by y is going to give us a negative 4y squared, right? And then we have negative 4y multiplied by negative 4 is going to give us a positive 4y, right? So we're going to subtract that. Now if we subtract that, we'll have this solution to give us minus 4y squared minus 4y squared will give us minus 4y squared plus 4y squared, and that will give us 0. So if you check out this, minus 0 minus plus 4y is going to give us a negative 4y, right? Because this value doesn't have a coefficient of y, so we're going to bring it out here to become what? 4. Great. So having done that, the next thing we will now do is to divide 4y by y. So minus 4y divided by y is going to give us minus 4, right? And minus 4 times y is going to give us negative 4y, right? And then we'll have negative 4 multiplied by negative 1 is going to give us a positive what? A positive 4. So if we subtract these two, we're going to have this to become 0, because minus 4y minus 4 is going to give us minus 4y plus 4, that is 0. Now minus 4 minus 4 is going to give us 0. So the solution to that equation is the quadratic equation which we have gotten, y squared minus 4y minus 4, and that will be equal to 0. So the solution of that quadratic equation, which is y squared minus 4y minus 4 equal to 0. The solution will give us the other two factors to that polynomial equation. Now let's solve that. If we solve that quadratic equation, we'll solve it using the quadratic formula. And what is the quadratic formula? We'll have our y to be equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And from that expression, our a is equal to 1, our b is equal to negative 4, and our C is equal to -4. Great. Now let's substitute that into the quadratic formula and solve. So our y will be equal to negative bracket -4, right, plus or minus the square root of -4 square minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by -4, and this will be divided by 2 multiplied by 1. Now, having done that, we are going to simplify. So if we simplify that, we'll have our y to be equal to negative multiplied by negative will give us 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 is going to give us 16 minus 4 times -4 times -4 is going to give us a positive what? Is going to give us a positive 16, and this will be divided by 2. Great. So that expression will now give us our y will be equal to 4 plus or minus square root of 32 divided by 2. And remember, 32 can be equal to 16 times 2. So that expression will give us y equal to 4 plus or minus square root of 16 multiplied by 2 divided by 2. So our y will be equal to 4 plus or minus square root of 4 of 16 multiplied by square root of 2, and this will be divided by 2. So that expression can now give us our y to be equal to 4 plus or minus 4 root 2 divided by 2. And this is going to give us 4 is common. We'll have 4, 1 plus or minus root 2, right, divided by 2. So if 2 clears 4, we're going to have this to become 2. So our y finally will be equal to 2 multiplied by 1 plus root 2, or it can be equal to 2 multiplied by 1 minus root what? Root 2. So these are the two equation factors, the two solutions that will come out from that quadratic equation. Now remember or recall that the first solution to that polynomial equation is y equal to 1. So if these two solutions gives us these roots, then the final solution is going to be y will be equal to 1. This will be equal to 2 plus 2 root 2, or it will be equal to 2 minus 2 root what? Root 2. So these are the solutions to that polynomial equation that was given to us from the beginning of this video. I know you did enjoy watching this. This is a typical way of solving a polynomial equation using the basic polynomial formula. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics solutions, and don't forget to share this video with friends and colleagues. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye for now.